So what's your sense of the Pacers-Knicks series and why it is currently 3-1, Brian?
Well, it's 3-1 because the Knicks allowed the Pacers to take game one from them. I don't want to necessarily just say they blew it because the Pacers were and are a great team. But you can survive a game where Tyrese Haliburton is awesome or whoever you're playing. You can survive a game if you don't hand one away. In a series that's close, you just can't. I know this is sort of obvious analysis. In a series that's tight, you can't hand a game away. And if the Knicks had won game one, which they should have, this is 2-2, and the Knicks are going home with home court advantage, and they're in a much better position. And if this feels like you've heard this before, I was saying this exact same thing to Cavs fans the last round because the Cavs totally botched / let the Pacers steal game two in that series from them. And then when they got their noses smashed in game four in Indiana, they went home down 3-1 like the Knicks are instead of it being 2-2, which it should be. The difference between these two teams is not that great. There's some issues that the Knicks are facing and having difficulty overcoming, but this is not a wide gap. And so that's why, if you're a Knicks fan, you're probably pretty frustrated. And if you're a Pacers fan, you're feeling pretty proud.
Brian Windhorst here on the Rich Eisen Show. Our radio audience has just rejoined us. So what are the Pacers doing that have caused the Knicks fits and Tom Thibodeau to stare at the ceiling over the next night to try and save his season, Brian?
They're playing so fast, Rich. They're playing so fast. This is what they do. This is their way they're designed. They're designed to wear you out over the course of a game, over the course of a series. There was if you watched the game last night, there was this huddle in the second half. I'm pretty sure my memory serves where they're playing the audio of Tibbs. And I mean, I'm not sure how previous it was to the actual when they played it because sometimes they have to okay that stuff. Mm-hmm. So, but Tibbs is really challenging his players to he's like sprint, run back, get back, run with them. And you look at Mikal Bridges and he's panting. And Karl Towns is like, toweling off, like they're tired. And that's what they do. They're running, number one. Number two, they're attacking Brunson and Karl Towns on defense. And I don't want to make it seem like this is a revolutionary concept. Every team goes after those guys. And by the way, they win many games because Brunson and Towns are awesome offensively and they crush. And it's a proposition that the Knicks are ready to sign up for. And they both made All-NBA. I do not want to make this sound like the Pacers just unearthed this concept. But against the Pacers, the Knicks are having problems handling it. They're having trouble overcoming that side. In last night's game, when Haliburton had the ball, 25 times they set a screen to get to take advantage, to get Brunson on him. 25 times. And a lot of those times, Brunson didn't even get in position. Haliburton just ran right past him. And so you're wondering, well, how is Haliburton kicking the ball to these wide open shooters? You say, why are these guys wide open? They're wide open because the guys are running to the rim to try to get in Haliburton's way because he's zoomed past Brunson on a switch or on a pick and roll. And again, this is not an insult to Jalen. This is not, but this is what they're attacking. So in this series, when Karl Towns and Jalen Brunson are on the court together, the Knicks have been outscored by 24 points. A two-man lineup does not make or break a team. There's other lineups where I could find where it's very positive, but your two best players are getting, and then last night it was only -4, Rich. It wasn't like it was a glaring hole, but they didn't lose by 30 last night. They lost by 9. They gave up 130 points, and Haliburton was awesome. But the margins against the Pacers are very thin. And, you're basically in a situation where Haliburton's scoring 32, generating 38 more points off assists. That's awesome. And Brunson's scoring 31 and generating, I don't know what his number, he's generating something less than that off assists. So there's your difference right there. And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to play the Pacers. They're a really good team.
So how do the Knicks win 3 in a row?
Well, first off, they've got to do better at the point of attack. Just, you don't watch the film. Just trust me. Haliburton is getting right past the screen and into attack mode like that. Super duper fast. Absolutely not acceptable. So they just got to do a better job of that. They don't have to shut him down. You're not holding him to 3 points. They need to do a better job point of attack. The second thing they need to do, and I know this sounds like basic stuff your 8th grade CYO coach would tell you, don't turn the ball over. You know, the turnovers are crushing. It's like, you know, lifeblood to the Pacers. You know, Josh Hart had 5 turnovers last night, for example. You just can't afford a non-ball handler like Josh Hart to have 5 turnovers. Don't turn the ball over. Keep the turnovers down, fight a little bit more on defense, and all of a sudden the margins look a lot different. And again, Rich, if they take care of game 1, it's 2-2. This is not some 3-0 series where it's been outscored by 75 points. The margin is not that great. The Knicks can overcome it. The Knicks can win game 5 and they can get it back to Indiana, but they're going to have to clean it up. Their margin for error is very thin.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.